Hey everybody, I haven't done this in a while, but I'm gonna start it again here. So I'm gonna do some recipes for you. So this one is going to be Mississippi pot roast. I've never made this before, I've seen videos of it, and I'm not gonna lie, it scares me because of the amount of sodium in it. I'll kind of go over the ingredients. This is about a 2.5 pound roast. They recommend 3.5 to 4, but for 2 people, this will be more than plenty. The secret here is the pepperoncinis. They recommend you use 8 to 12. I do 12 because I like things spicy, but I don't think this is really going to be spicy. And you also want to use about a half a cup of the brine from that. That's the brand I use. Other ingredients is going to have a chopped onion. We've got a tablespoon, excuse me, I think it's 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. I'm also going to use onion powder. I haven't added it yet. Probably the same amount, 2 teaspoons. A packet of the ranch dressing. This is what scares me the most. And then I have a packet of the au jus, which is these 2 packets here. So like I said, my big concern over this is how salty it's going to be, but everybody says this is wonderful. Then I have a teaspoon of freshly grated or ground black pepper, and then you top it off with a stick of butter. So what I'm going to do right off the bat is season the chuck roast with the salt, the pepper, the garlic powder, and the onion powder. Okay, so I've seasoned both sides of the meat with the garlic powder, the onion powder, the pepper. I decided not to use salt. Like I mentioned to before, it scares me with the salt content of everything else. So we're gonna sear this on both sides. Now, I'm using olive oil, which is not the best thing to use because it does not have a high temperature level before it will start smoking. So you want to do this for about 2 minutes on each side. Sorry, I'm bouncing around here. I should put this on the stand. We want to get this brown on both sides, and then after that we're going to do the onions. Okay, so after I got the roast out and sauteed the onions, I put 2 cups of beef stock in here and 2 tablespoons of flour to thicken it up. That's going to give us a great gravy for the pot roast when it's served. I'm probably going to do this over mashed potatoes. Some people use mashed cauliflower, but potatoes rule in our family. So got that ready to go. Now in goes the roast. That is the king of this show. So now that we've got that done, we're going to do the au jus over the top. Sprinkle that. Like I said, this scares me, but we'll see. This is what everyone calls for. So you proceed to just cover this with that whole packet of au jus, and then the whole packet of ranch dressing. So here we go. And as you can tell, that's really well coated. And a couple other things. We're going to put the brine in here. Now, supposedly this isn't going to change the flavor that much, just add some acidity to it. Then we're going to take these peppercorns. We're going to place them all around the roast and on top of it. Like I said, I like these kind of things, so they're going in. Probably should put a few on the top here. None of the recipes show taking the stem off, so I'm not doing it. I probably should, but that's what we're doing. Also, the secret to making this is to make sure you dirty every single dish, plate, and utensil you have in the house, because that will guarantee that you're going to have a good roast. And trust me, I have done that. So after you've done all that, you take this stick of butter, you put it on top, and you leave it. Now, the next step basically is to cover this puppy up and put it in the oven at 350 for approximately 3 hours. Now that's 3 hours based on a 2.5 pound roast. I would say for every pound additional, you would probably want to go at least another hour. That's my guess. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we're gonna do our reveal here. This has been cooking for 3 hours, and I'm thinking it looks pretty good. Just from how the edges are a little brown, I probably would have brought this down to 325 and maybe cooked another 15 minutes to a half hour just to cut that kind of stuff down. So I'm gonna try the gravy, which everybody loves gravy. So excuse me while I do this. This is gonna be real hot, so you can hear me blowing. Yeah, a little salty. It's not terrible, but it's salty. Manageable. So if you want, just run around the edges here to get some of that juices and some of the different stock, seasonings, whatever, that is kind of stuck to the bottom. That'll give it some flavor. And let's do the twist test. Now on the twist test, this is the best way of telling if a roast is done. Stick your fork in there, and if you can twist it, and it comes apart, you got a good roast. And that just came out perfect. So probably finish this out with shredding it and putting it on a bed of mashed potatoes. So I'll show you how that's done, but I think I'm pretty happy with this. Let me give this a quick taste. I can't imagine it's gonna be bad because it looks so damn gone tender. I don't want to shred it yet, but it's gonna shred. Okay, once again, here I go to burn my tongue just for you. Really, really, really good, but it is salty. Not that it's not edible, but yeah, this should probably come with a couple defibrillator pads. But yeah, I'm going to be satisfied with this. I'll do it again. I will figure out a way of bringing the salt level down. I do not like things that are super salty. It's not super salty, but it's salty. Yeah, I would give this a go. I'd also maybe throw in some carrots with this and a few potatoes. The problem with potatoes, and actually this may not be a problem, potatoes will absorb some of this salt. So if I do this next time, I put in potatoes, it may cut down on that salty taste. So we'll see, but so far, I cannot complain about how this turned out at all. Okay, so I've gone ahead and shredded this, and this is what we have. And I'm telling you now, I'm pretty impressed with this. I've tasted it. I'm definitely gonna do this again. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna take the pot roast and just put it over a bed of mashed potatoes. Sorry, I'm a little shaky here. And just add some gravy over the top of that. I served it with what I refer to as Eldina May mashed potatoes. We had a family member that put so much butter in her potatoes, it literally turned them yellow. So they're very, very good. So with the pot roast, I put some glazed carrots together. And this is probably going to be a really robust meal, definitely comfort food. So give this a try. I can't tell you how surprised I am at how this turned out, but you won't be disappointed. Just it's a simple recipe, and I think your family will really enjoy it. Hope that helps. Bye.